October 23rd, 2014, issue 744 of the Omega Communications. I open the Omega portal and come to you this day and speak to you from my heart. Again, opening my heart and expanding into my body of light to greet you and to say we are present on this planet at this time for a great purpose, and some of us know that purpose, and some of us are still wondering what that is. And perhaps that is why we continue to meet together and to come into this space, because we are aware that it is part of our purpose. And so to function in that purpose, we're wanting to be as clear as we can. And that again is part of why we meet together, to be in the higher energy frequencies under the guidance of those beings who speak to us, and they are also delivering their messages and energy to help restore us to our clearness. So that all seems very positive to me, and on that note I draw us all in together into the receiving area of the station of light. A space that I feel and sense around me is very open, and yet it's supportive. It's a room, and yet it's space. And even though it is space, I sense walls. I sense whitish walls that are like a living energy projection, really, as if images could come forth on the walls. Perhaps they're like screens that respond to what we wish to see. But in this space it is indeed easier to see and to function in our energetic body of light, putting aside all of our thoughts and concerns of our daily existence, to be here, expanding into the present. Indeed. I'm addressing you now, and I come forward to speak to you directly and to allow the greater energy field to come around you. Much of what you experience in your present life pattern is suppressed by the information energy network that is around you, created within the earth framework and the earth existence, and all of the conditions that have come into beingness. And all of that is what you take in on a vibrationary level. So when we're able to lift you into spaces such as this, within your body of light, you are able to be freely expressing your true self, and to be freely absorbing the higher energy information systems from creative universe. And all of that is expressing around you at the moment. It forms information patterns for you as an individual and for you as a collective group consciousness present here. And so because it forms expressly for you, you are able to react to what comes to you, to open, to receive the information, and particularly the energy. And we've always addressed you as an energy system. And these systems of energy that are drawn to you relate particularly to your needs, perhaps to open doorways for you to progress, to move into another area, thereby giving you opportunities to move or to meet people or to understand some particular function of life that you are looking into at the present time. All of this is given to you in a greater depth in these states of consciousness. And in turn, your body of light works with them in such a way that they can be presented to you so you can understand them. And they will come forward in your thought patterns as ideas, or ideas presented to you by somebody else. It's a very energetic linkage process. And this is part of the organic network that we speak about. Being a living network of light and energy and information, undisturbed by controls or limits. For the intention of the message this night, this gathering, in this night time of yours, we will be moving you more precisely into a chamber of expression in the station. The expression being one of expanding you again to the edge of your consciousness field. We reconnect you to the pattern that you had delivered to you as you started the formation for your physical vehicle. At this time, this is given to you again to reinforce the pattern that was initiated in our previous transmission. So those of you who have not received the previous transmission to this one, it would be helpful for you to listen to that, to receive the introduction to you of the original blueprint for you. There have been 2 or 3 transmissions that are very relevant to this particular aspect that is being given to you. And it is at this time given to you to strengthen your own support system. And the support system, known as your physical body, to support you, the energy being on Earth at this time. And the changes delivered to the physical earth and structure are coming in waves. And they come in directly presented to you by different bodies within the current solar system that you know and is reflected to you. They also come in from different areas of creation beyond some of the knowledge that you have, scientific knowledge. It is not necessary to fully comprehend the science when you can fully embrace the flows of energy. For in that aspect, you take into you all of what is necessary for you at this time. You are all individuals, and so you need different information packets. And then as an overall civilization, humanity needs some information that has been apparently lacking and missing. And when this is absorbed into the mass consciousness, it changes the direction and the willingness and the thought patterns and the actions of people. You would understand that if the mass consciousness was focused on evolution and upliftment, there would be an increase in the enlivenment of you each. But of course, each one has decisions to make and choices in their pattern. And without being attuned to the correct source and flow of energy for each individual through the point of origin, then they are able to divert into different channels of energy. And this is where you see behaviour that you might wonder why that is being actioned. So for you to have come into sessions such as this indicates your willingness to evolve into the purest element, restoring you back to your life pattern, your journey into expression, coming from a distant creative element. As these energy words are delivered to you, you may be experiencing being out beyond the planet, being away from all type of civilization indeed, and structure indeed, and exposed to a flow of energy that you would be basking within. You would feel you were totally supported within it. Alone and yet not alone. Committed to working within the overall process presented to you. Part of this experience in this time also indicates that some of you are reporting into different areas, different groups and elements of stations, reporting what you have been experiencing, unloading what you have experienced, disengaging it from you. Particularly aspects that have been disturbing you, and being in an earth experience, there are many of those elements collected. So deliver those. Let them flow from you to be sorted and understood by the beings assisting you, and thus leaving you free to return to be with me in this communication chamber, having divested yourself of the disturbances and leaving you very clear and attentive in this space. Here you can draw to you almost as if you would see threads coming to you. And these are detailed plans and will connect and intersect with other detailed plans. This involves the creative process for planet Earth and the protection needed at times from rays coming in to it and being experienced around the evolving energy field. And then there are threads of information for new civilizations to be developed and assisted. And the opportunity is given to draw upon these threads for you to use as an individual in your life. Look around you to observe what could be changed, what could be enhanced. And then remember these threads of energy, creative energy, that will support you in the change. Perhaps they will just come to you as concepts, as ideas and thoughts. And whatever you would be imagining, you have already experienced. You just need to reconnect the patterns and threads. At this time, we bring you back to the receiving area of the station, into that space where you have a repository of information and experiences received in the transmissions. And here again, you are being reminded of this. You are being reminded that you can reconnect with everything that you have experienced and placed here. In particular, there are the experiences where you have set about helping others to be trained, to exist in a life pattern such as this on the station. It is a different life pattern to what you know today in your existence. The purpose and the actions are different, but they are defined by the time spent in the stations and the purpose of why you are present in that time. We draw your attention particularly to the adjustment of the human form in an energy way, so that you can withstand areas in a different life stream of gravitational effects. So therefore, your whole body system changes, even into the air that you breathe and how that affects the flow of the blood in the body. So you would understand why there is a continual pattern of enhancement occurring for you physically on the earth. Conditions on the earth are changing also, and so you are preparing future bodies to exist in such change, whether that would be physically on the earth or in stations. And all of this also gives to you different experiences and reminds you of other types of life patterns you've had, where you have existed in a different form of body. And the memory is contained within your consciousness field. And this gets sorted out during transmissions. We have helped you at times by cleansing the different layers of your energy field before it is reinstated into you physically. And this relates to all of these different aspects we have been speaking about. But now this has expanded your thinking patterns, your energy field a great deal. And I must help you to focus back within this receiving area of the station, bringing you back to be aware of your present body of light. I move amongst you all and touch you, to allow that process to be strongly evident in you here, of reconnecting all elements and aspects. You see, in the transmissions, we take you into experience many levels, and so you need to be brought back, aligned in such a way that you will bring back the memory and be able to absorb it through your body of light into the physicality. As I observe you all in your bodies of light here, I acknowledge you, and I acknowledge the fact that we've been able to stretch you and take you into understanding more of the creative universe you exist in. So I leave this with you all now, beloved. Aurum out. Thank you, Aurum. And as he withdraws, I sense a settling over each one of us, the energy field that he had us experience. And it is part of our own energy field. But we now bring this in, bring it into your core essence, even in your body of light, deep within your body of light. And now you will be bringing that back around your physicality, restoring all of the functions into a higher level of activity, of normalcy. So whatever areas of your body you would want to be restored to greater health, bring the energy into those spaces. Right now, as you merge and connect, right down to the soles of your feet and your energy field surrounding you. So I must now close this transmission through the Omega portal at this time, leaving you to breathe consciously into the depths of your body and feeling the energy moving throughout you, the clearer, stronger energy now. Thank you all. Be back in the present time and day.